I think we're back. Let me just try refreshing the stream a sec here. All right. So we are on to Lake Constantine from SindreRev. So SindreRev is in Group B. Um, so along with Matt F. and Granger, who have already published, and then Jay Colick, who we're awaiting. So about Lake Constantine, what do we have here? He asked for low winds, so we'll play low winds. The design is, of course, a fantasy course with realistic elements and features. So, seems like SindreRev's kind of going with his bread and butter here. Well, it looks like we got a plot overlooking the ocean. Yep, and we got a cliffside hole right off the bat. So interesting how the fairway kind of got some wavy fairway edges, sort of going into these sort of hills here. I, I like how, notice how the fairway cambers hard left to right along with the land. Sometimes with if less experienced designers, when they design courses on this type of thing, and I think, some of SindreRev's earlier courses in this style, you'd see that you just use the flatten brush and you get like a big hill on a steep slope on the left, steep slope on the right, and then just flat in between. Um, so, if you're going to do this style, this is kind of what you got to do. So it looks like we've got downhill par 5. You can kind of bail into this long left area, and then you got to deal with that greenside bunker with OB. Presumably the ball's going to be below your feet. Just looks like not a fun time. So I think we want to aim kind of right for that bunker there is going to be our target. Stay short of it. Alright, I think we're in the short stuff. Yep. We do have a blind second shot to deal with here. Obviously, with longer drivers, you can probably get over the crest of that hill and you can see the green. Alright, 276 downhill, a ton. Alright, this playthrough might take a while because I'm going to have to do some mental math. So that is down 27-ish. Yeah, 28. We'll go with that. Alright, I think this is the club. And we'll slow it OB, why don't we? After all that. Oh, no, we stayed up. We caught the bunker. So we kind of got this front shelf that then slopes down to the rest of the green. Just kind of a general front to back sloping green. All right. Definitely trying to knock your socks off on the first hole for sure. Yeah, we didn't have a very good pitch into the that pin. But still, we might be able to get away with making a birdie here after getting bailed out by that bunker. Nope, left it short. Look how tiny that lighthouse is. Alright, and then we're playing along the cliff again. So it looks like you can kind of see down there, it looks like we're going to work our way down to the rest of the course. I'm curious how he's going to get us back up here. I mean, it looked like the first tee was like situated well above the clubhouse, so I'm guessing the last green is probably down below the clubhouse. Oh, I know what you're saying, Matt. It's because you're in group. You're in the same group. This hole looks pretty cool, though. Looks like the green's kind of sloping front to back a little bit, maybe. Alright, I think the 8 iron will be enough. Is this going to be a burrowing owl routing? But yeah, that's my guess, Brian, is that we just kind of tack our way up a little bit, but we aren't going to get the highest point on the course, I bet, was the first tee. I don't know why I didn't watch the replay on that one, because we almost made an ace. Alright, and now we're kind of switchbacking here, continuing to make our way down toward the water. More crazy elevation change. So this hole is a little more, kind of enclosed. Yeah, this is a very... You can tell this hole is kind of like... It's on a piece of land that doesn't really want to have a golf hole on it when you look at how cambered the fairway is, but at least, he made it nice and wide, so it's still playable. Um, I I guess you kind of want to try and hit a fade there to keep it on the high side of the fairway, so you're not like way down here and hitting a pitch over the bunker there. It turned out pretty well. So we got this sort of fall off to the left. Yeah, just kind of follows the land. Severe right to left. I just realized these greens are 154. I haven't been hitting my putts very hard. Okay, and then we turn back the other way, and we're down to the water. So it didn't take us very long. It took us 4 holes. And then it looks like we're going to kind of play up there a little bit, and then we'll kind of cross over and come back the other way on the other side. Okay, so this is kind of our drivable one, so obviously this is what, downhill 72. I don't think I can make the carry. 306. Well, that's close. It's close. I think with a one, if I get over 100, I think I can make it. Got a fast. That might be enough. Just give me the bunker. I'll take the bunker. Yep, we made the bunker. Oh wow, that's a pretty wild green. It looks like you can play out to the left though and use the feeder slope in there. I kind of just took the direct route. I think it might be a little bit of a longer carry to catch the slot there. And then if you catch that slope, that spits you out down there long. And then if you look at where the pin is, I mean that's not a very easy chip or pitch. Very creative hole. Because I mean you see variations on this sort of short par four a lot, and you can do it in a way that's very kind of trite. But I think this green's pretty unique. That wasn't very good. Okay, so now we're heading back. Here's one of your uphill holes, Petty. Heading back up the hill. I think we've got enough firepower. We can't make this really distant carry, but I don't think we need to. We might end up with a blind second shot, but we can handle that. Hmm. I think we gotta loft this a little bit. This is a really pretty hole. I don't think the lighting is really doing it many favors though, since we're right into it. Okay, and then we kind of got this three-tier job here. I'm not really sure there's that much reason to hug the shoreline on the right there. All right, and then we're coming back along the other side of this little sort of fjord type deal. I know it's not a fjord, we're not in Norway, but whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is a very gettable par 5. It looks like he's kind of gone for sort of a Corin Crenshaw type deal here with that sort of rock formation or whatever it is to the left of the green. Ooh, that's a pretty hard kick to the right. All right, we're good. Position A. Oh, and the green sits pretty low as well. I can see Pat's trying to suck up here. Oh, we didn't quite make it. Okay, so yeah, this green obviously necessitates an approach from the right. I think one thing I like so far is that it's like, it's got all the wildness and stuff, the rollicking terrain and everything, and like there's obvious danger in places, but like you can score on it. I think the playability so far has been pretty solid. Okay, so we got a pretty basic strategy here. You got your split fairway, narrow high side on the right. That'll give you a better view into that green. Although I guess is it a lion's mouth green or no? I think it just kind of wraps around the bunkers there with like a fall off to the left. Okay, the question is, can my underpowered driver make the carry here? Because it's about, what, 272, but it's uphill. Yeah, I'm not sure I can make that carry. Better play safe. I had to. Well, I could have made it. I broke my no follow cam rule. I wanted to see if I could have made the carry. Yep, we got our second uphill hole. So it looks like we're going to make it back to the clubhouse. I'm curious where the back nine goes. Oh, it's coming back. We had a little backstop we could use there. Yeah, we got that severe fall off on the left. I mean, yeah, what I'll say so far is, when you have these sort of fantasy elements, it's really easy to use them in a way that's, unrealistic and goofy. But, so far, I don't think we've really had any of that. Maybe it requires a little bit of suspension of disbelief. Forgot I'm on 154 greens, but not too much. Whoa. Here's your uphill hole, Petty. It's like we're storming a fortress or something here. But at least, I think one thing I'll say is at least it's not all downhills and then all downhill and then all uphill. Like it does he kind of mixes them up. All right, I think I got a loft of 9 here. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get up there. I guess there's a little path on the left there. Or is there some kind of like staircase network down on the right there? I couldn't tell. Yeah, it's only 40 feet uphill. You kind of got like another swale there. That back left pin looks nasty. Hey man, he went through the trouble of putting in bridges, so I assume that means that we've established that you can get from tee to fairway to green. All right, long par four, way uphill. God help us if it's into the wind. He did specify to play with low winds on the judging form. All right, this is manageable. Yep, there's the clubhouse there. All right, so what are we doing? We're like hitting it over this rock formation here from 200 out off an uphill lie, uphill. Curious what's going to happen here. All right, we made the carry, but it went too long. Oh, there's like a stream there. Jeez. And it's kind of hidden by the rocks. I don't know. I don't know if that was totally necessary. Like it's 490 uphill with the green well protected. Give me a break. No, I think it wasn't all. So basically it went the first four were no, they aren't all up because one of them was that downhill Corin Crenshaw template par 5. I think that was like 6 or something. So it's like you make your way down, and there was I think like the third hole had an uphill second shot. So it's not down then up. There we go. The last several holes have been a bit of a slog. I'll give you that. All right. Yeah, so you can see the front nine way off in the distance there. Holes we've played already. So now we're back up on the precipice here. So I'm curious if the back nine's going to have kind of like the similar cadence. I think that yeah, that's 9 there, and there's the stream that goes along 9. Now it's kind of coming down this way. That's feeding down into the lake. Yeah. Well, some very nice long views. Oh, and this is 272, man. Another one of these like sub driver par fours. All right, what do you want me to do? It's downhill, what, 41, so playing about 258. That's playing. I might be able to make that with a 3 wood. It's not out of bounds, so I can just, I don't know, whatever. We'll take it. We'll take our chances. Well, we made the carry. Oh, fed us right down to the side, to the edge of the green. More swalage. Oh yeah, looks like we go way down there for the back nine. Gotta have the sailboat way out there. Look how tiny that lighthouse is. Jeez. I wonder if he extended the. Did he have to extend this plot or no? Yeah, I guess you can use that slope to kill a drive. That I mean, I definitely don't have an easy chip. I think I need to like. I'm not sure if I can stop this if I chip it. It's 154, so maybe I can. Let's try it. Let's try a lob wedge here. Stop, stop. All right, worked out. Ooh, this one's like practically level. Not sure if we've had one of those before. It is funny just like how tiny some of the objects look because of how like the scale of the place. Like look at how tiny that bridge looks. Okay, so we got kind of like a split fairway deal here. I'm not sure what's going on with this part over here. Like what are we doing with that? So I don't think I'll run out of real estate here. This pinching the way it pinches in here does feel a little contrived. I think I'd probably maybe make it a little more of a taper over here. This hole's kind of like the first one where I'm a little nonplussed. All right, at least the contour helps me out there. All right, I think this will be enough. Oops, I forgot to look at the green. All right, looks like we're making our way back down to the water here. Hmm. So this is par five. No, it's a par four. It's just really downhill. 127. All right, there's our century. So I have no idea like what to play this. I wonder if I'm going to run out of fairway there. 360. Think we're okay. Yep. God, imagine playing this hole into a healthy wind. That would be that'd be nuts. That turned out pretty well. Yeah, so I think that drive, like, if you have like a 295 driver, you really got to think about where you want to put it. With the 281, you can kind of just plop it down there without worrying too much. Pretty mighty tear in the green there. I don't know. I might have smoothed out the sculpting over the green there just a little bit, maybe. That's kind of nitpicking, though. I also don't know if we need this little apron part here on the right. Still, a couple fun shots. And we made a birdie. All right, we going back up the hill now? No, we're kind of playing along the lowlands here. I believe this is our first waterside par 3. All right, again, we got more swales there on the left. That back right, I don't know if there's a pin back right there. Probably not. You probably got one about mid green, one back left, and then one front left there, I'm guessing is where the 4 pins are. All right, so now we kind of got this uphill par 4 that dog legs around that low area there. Hmm. So we got 271 to carry there, but it is uphill. But not too much. I think we can probably make that carry with this driver. But I'll just bail a little bit, I guess. I didn't see how much room I had to play with out left. Yeah, well, I gotta say, for all the elevation changes, he definitely gives you plenty of room to play, which is good. Wow, look how far we are from the clubhouse. Oh, we got a nice little view over the ocean there. Again, kind of another one of these three-tier deals. I think we've had one other three-tiered green. Oh, whoa, oh boy. 145 uphill. You ready for this? Oh, don't think you can just throw some fancy ass waterfall in my face and make me not think about this hole you're making me play. It is sub 500 though. Let's see. I'm curious. What we got here. Is it just well, I had this waterfall I needed to use. That sort of thing. I'll bet the second shot's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's like you're hitting it up into this like rocky fort or something. 216 uphill, 85 feet. All right, I think I'm gonna have to give this through with everything I got. Yep, we've had 2 centuries on the course. We had a 127 downhill and then a 145 uphill. And the green's kind of protected by a swale on the left there. I feel like we may have had a green that looks a lot like this one earlier in the course with like that bunker, like a bunker front left with the slope coming into the green and then kind of a swale beyond it. I think it was on the front nine. That was a good putt. All I'll say is I don't know how I'd feel about playing a 4-round tournament here because I know there's one day when the schedulers would crank up the wind and just it would just be an absolute bloodbath. Don't slander the gold boy like that, Mike. Okay, so now we get a long uphill par 3. I kind of get like Pine Valley 5 vibes a little bit. Not in terms of how it looks necessarily, but just The way you're like, if you miss right, you're just absolutely dead up the hill. That's too much club too. Maybe I can get away with it. Now the pin's in the front. I think I probably just gotta just play long with the 3-wood here and play for a par. Yeah, I think that big step in the green feels a little, maybe a little extreme for a hole of this length. I might smooth that slope out a little bit, so it's just kind of a little bit more of a gentle left to right slope. All right, so this one it looks like it's just kind of a pinched in fairway, and then you followed by a wedge onto the green. If it were Nicklaus, the greens would be about 1/3 the size. But I definitely get what you're saying with the shelf. Looks like we might have got a favorable kick there. Indeed, we did. Looking like maybe a suggestion of a Mad F bow tie. Not quite, but and Matt usually does it on a par 3. All right, here we are, 18, 590. One last century to end it. Man, look, we're really high up. I'm really high up here. I'm curious where the 17th green is. Is that 17 coming up down there? If so, we really yeah, that was 17, right? That's a man. You need like a Do they have like people there to like belay while you scale the rock wall up to the 18th hole? All right, so this is kind of the hero shot here. I don't know if that doesn't look super downhill off the tee, so I don't think Yeah, I don't think I can make that carry with this driver. I think I just got to try and fit it in that tight little landing area there. And we didn't. Oh well. Just means it's a layup. And I think we got plenty of room to play to here. And I'm sure the green slopes hard left to right, but it looks like there's a swale there. But it seems like, you know, you'd want to punish someone for laying up out there, and I'm very curious to see the extent to which you do that. All right, well, it kind of put us down in position A here. All right. Yeah, so there's kind of a spine protecting that back section of the green. Very, very narrow landing area if you want to go with this thing in two. Okay. Now I gotta go to bed. I got class at 8 o'clock tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know. At least from what I could tell, that 18th hole looked like kind of looks like you took the easy way out there in terms of jacking the teeing area way up there. That felt a little manipulative. But yeah, I think people who know me pretty well know that the kind of fantasy style isn't necessarily my cup of tea, but I think Sindre does that style of course very well because he definitely pays attention to the golf shots. There were several situations where I had some very exciting shots to hit. It wasn't just all about the eye candy, although that was certainly there. Um, yeah, a few of the uphill holes were a little awkward, but but I thought some of them were also pretty good though. Had some fun heroic shots. Um, yeah, there were a few cases where I thought the fairways kind of like went from really wide to ridiculously narrow in places that felt a little weird, but um, I'm willing to I can tolerate that in places. So yeah, I thought maybe a little over reliant on some of the swales there around the greens, but I think that's all. These are all kind of nitpicks. I thought this course was a really good example of how to do a fantasy style well while still kind of keeping the golf front and center, and giving it the attention it deserves. I'd say the only thing I really didn't like was the end. The kind of the You had all those uphill holes and then you had 130 feet downhill on 18. But yeah, I thought the front nine was particularly good. So yeah. So I'll stop. I'm gonna have to stop there. I'm glad I was able to get in 3 playthroughs today. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and I will catch you next time.